Hello, Wojciech Pietrzak again, and we're starting another ITSL game. And oddly enough, I have USSR, and my opponent is Marc Comas, known as Zebrify. As you can see, his outcome isn't very good. My record versus is 100%, but I have to be at my best. Wait a second. And okay, here I am. Not great, not terrible about the hand. 16 points. I know I have Truman, but I'm still going to Austria to be able to enter Italy if I follow socialist governments with a reasonable coup. If this hand goes perched, I won't really like it. Distal for hold card. I also don't like getting distal that early, because it's an auto hold card, because I usually don't have the source of ops. Middle East to be scored in an appropriate time, I guess. Not now, certainly. I could headline Captured Nazi Scientist. Yeah, I lost about 2 minutes. This shouldn't be very meaningful. Oh, he had headlined Nasser for me. This is a gift I didn't expect, really. Okay. Let's perform a coup I wanted. 3 is the minimum positive result. 5 is a very reasonably positive result. So the independent threats for establishing domination in Europe, and then we'll start playing in the Middle East, hoping that a single play of de Gaulle to Iraq and Syria would be enough. On the other hand, maybe it's worth playing the China card and holding the goal for a headline. Of course, now playing the goal actually to France would be somewhat wasteful. On the other hand, keeping it in the deck when my opponent had already invested. Okay, I'm not giving up Italy that easily, even if it means that I'm scoring Middle East at 0. Maybe my opponent isn't playing very well, but he has a rich hand. NATO nuclear test ban. I wonder what his other cards are, but he decided to headline Nasser. because it was really very unexpected. Okay. Now the moment of truth. And the truth is, I'm no longer fighting for Europe, for European domination at least. So let's get rid of Truman before he messes up with my Italy. Sorry, Syria is completely useless here. And due to quite nice coup result, the outcome of this turn is likable, despite me having not so great cards. Okay, he had Europe scoring, so his efforts were justified, and I guess had I gone to Turkey, he could just take Canada and that's it. Unless, of course, he has Romanian abdication and nothing to do with it. Asia remained the only region to be scored, but I feel it's not the most urgent region to play now, that I don't really have the proper cards to attack Asia, and it seems that he doesn't have them as well. Okay, DEFCON is at 3, he may reduce it to 2. And I guess he should, if he doesn't want to lose mill-ups. So, to lose VPs due to mill-ups. Oh, he had Romanian abdication, failed another coup, gave me European domination, but now Asia is at stake. Okay, NORAD, East European and rest of course are out of headlining. Olympic Games too risky unnecessarily. Arab-Israeli war is quite a straightforward headline here. Containment, okay, it makes him potentially aggressive, but I won the war, denying him access to Middle East entirely. Okay, now let's contest Iran, because this is the gateway to to Western Asia. I can live with this result. I'm thinking about removing influence from Romania and just giving up European domination, and I think I'll do it. Thailand, because I don't have other access here. Turns out to be somewhat wasted if I get decal, but I received stuff from this anyway. Plus now East European unrest is much cheaper. But of course, if I play East European unrest, I get vulnerable to headline of East European unrest, followed by Euro scoring. next turn. I don't need East Europe to play it right now. He broke Thailand, which didn't look very convincing. Maybe I should have played a 3-op card to put one in Iran and get access to Pakistan and India, but there's no need to play the China card, and if there's no need to do it, then I don't want to do it, in which case I am not very rich in my hand. I am, however, rich enough to grab access to India by taking Burma and establishing domination at the same time. Of course, this is a temporary domination. He can always take a bunch of countries, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, and stop my domination like forever. But he doesn't seem to attempt to do it correctly. Now I can establish domination by taking Burma and Afghanistan. But I think India... if I take India, on the other hand, it's vulnerable to Indo-Paki if it returns, and I should really take Zaire and go to Brazil this turn. And establish Middle Eastern domination and gain access to Pakistan. Okay, so that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. And I'll just let it go. I'm winning in Asia anyway. And I'm still not very rich in ops. And yes, he had the scoring as predicted. No domination so far, but I have plus 7 points. This is something. So here, when in doubt, take a contested battleground. Which battleground may be contested here? India, because he has access here. But my opinion is that Italy is more important, because this is, if he breaks it, it's the gateway for him to dominate Europe himself. Blockades US are still in the deck, de Gaulle is still in the deck and will return, socialists will return. Blockade will return, though sending it to space was a dubious decision. And now I have 9 points already, although I didn't score any domination, and I got Asia scoring and Middle East scoring back. I have defectors, and I think he can't do anything about Middle East if I score it now, but I can score much more there. So Vietnam revolts, followed by a coup in Panama with defectors. Then I'll try to dominate Asia. And play Middle East. Oh, actually that was a kind of gift. Okay, he earned 3 points, but he has no presence in Middle East and no easy access to Middle East. And if I score any domination in Asia, I should be able to boost Middle East enough to just win by Middle Eastern scoring. Any domination in Asia is now, so let's score it. I know he may have Europe scoring, but Truman is gone. And Middle East scoring now is enough to end the game. And he goes for Europe scoring, but he's not gonna have any time to score it, because now I'm finishing the game by Middle East scoring. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.